Some video editing monitors are great, some video editing monitors suck. Today we're going through all the best video editing monitors available in the market today. Let's jump straight into it. BenQ PD2725U. Holy color accuracy, Batman. This 27-inch 4K monitor is a creator's wet dream with its factory-calibrated sRGB mode and 100% Rec 709 coverage. It's got a Thunderbolt 3-port that'll juice up your laptop with 65 watts of power, but don't expect to be blown away by its measly 300 nits of brightness. And let's be real, at this price point, you'd expect better built-in speakers than the tinny garbage they've slapped on. Asus ProArt PA 279 CRV. This 27-inch 4K beast is like the Swiss Army knife of monitors, with a USB-C port that can deliver a whopping 96 watts of power to your laptop. It's got more color modes than a chameleon on acid, including sRGB, Adobe RGB, and DCI-P3, making it perfect for any color space you're working in. But hold your horses, video editors, the HDR performance is about as impressive as a wet firecracker, so stick to SDR for your masterpieces. Dell U3224KB UltraSharp 6K monitor. Holy pixels, Batman, this 32-inch monster packs a mind-blowing 6K resolution that'll make your eyeballs weep with joy. It's not just a pretty face, though. It's got a built-in 4K webcam and speakers that'll make your Zoom calls feel like a Hollywood production. But brace yourself for the price tag. It's more expensive than your first car, and you might need to sell a kidney to afford it. Acer Nitro XV275K P3biipruzx. This 27-inch 4K gaming monitor is like the Clark Kent of displays. It's secretly a superhero for video editing. With its mini LED backlight and local dimming, it serves up HDR that's hotter than a ghost pepper, hitting a scorching 1200 nits peak brightness. But beware, perfectionists. There's no Adobe RGB mode, so you might need to do some calibration gymnastics for color-critical work. Dell U4025QW. This 40-inch ultra-wide beast is like the stretch limo of monitors, giving you enough screen real estate to edit the next Lord of the Rings trilogy. Its 5K2K resolution is sharper than a samurai sword, and it's got more ports than a seaside town. But don't expect it to light up the room. Its HDR performance is about as impressive as a firefly in broad daylight. AOC Q27G3XMN. Holy smokes, this monitor is like the Usain Bolt of displays with its blazing 180Hz refresh rate and 1 millisecond response time, perfect for those frame-by-frame edits that'll make your eyes bleed. The mini LED backlight with 336 dimming zones will make your HDR content pop like fireworks on the 4th of July. But be prepared to sell a kidney, because this bad boy ain't cheap. Oh, and if you're into that whole seeing colors accurately thing, it's got you covered with 97.4% DCI-P3 coverage, though the poorly configured color temp might make your footage look like it was shot through a jar of piss. BenQ SW321U. This 32-inch 4K behemoth is like the Swiss Army knife of monitors, packed with more color modes than a chameleon on acid, including Adobe RGB, sRGB, and DCI-P3. It's got a nifty gamut duo feature that lets you view the same image side by side in different color spaces, perfect for when you can't decide if your footage should look meh or blah. The included shading hood will keep you focused on your work, or provide a convenient way to hide your shame when your client sees the final cut. Apple Pro Display XDR. This monitor is so damn fancy it probably won't even acknowledge your existence unless you're wearing a turtleneck and have a net worth of at least 7 figures. With its mind-boggling peak brightness of 1560.9 nits in HDR mode, it's bright enough to signal aliens or give you a killer tan while you edit. The $999 stand is sold separately because Apple apparently thinks money grows on trees. But hey, at least you can use the monitor as a really expensive cutting board if your career doesn't work out. Eizo ColorEdge CG319X. This 31-inch 4K monster is like the Rolls-Royce of monitors, with more inputs than a therapist and a built-in calibration device that'll make your colors more accurate than a lie detector test. It's got a contrast ratio of 1501, which is great for those moody, artsy shots that make you look like you know what you're doing. The price tag might make you consider selling your firstborn, but hey, at least you'll have a really nice monitor to edit the adoption papers on. Dell S2722QC. This 27-inch 4K display is like the Honda Civic of monitors. It's not flashy, but it'll get the job done without breaking the bank. It's got a USB-C port that can charge your laptop while you work, which is great for those 12-hour editing sessions fueled by nothing but Red Bull and desperation. The 60Hz refresh rate might make gamers cry, but for video editing, it's smoother than your pickup lines after a few drinks. Vue Sonic Color Pro VP2725U Holy color accuracy, Batman. This 27-inch 4K beast boasts 100% coverage of sRGB, Adobe RGB, and requires 709 color spaces, making your footage pop like a fireworks show. With a contrast ratio of 1300:1 and factory calibration, your edits will look so good you might forget you're staring at pixels. Just don't expect to game on this bad boy. Its 60Hz refresh rate is about as exciting as watching paint dry. Dell UltraSharp U2723E. This 27-inch 4K monitor is like the Swiss Army knife of displays, with more ports than a sailor on shore leave. Its IPS black technology gives you deeper blacks than a goth kid's wardrobe, perfect for those moody film noir edits. But at 60Hz, it's about as smooth as sandpaper, so maybe stick to editing and leave the gaming to the kids. BenQ DesignVue PD2706UA. This monitor is so Mac compatible it might as well come with a byte taken out of it. With 11 built-in color modes and a nifty hotkey puck, you can switch between color spaces faster than a chameleon on cocaine. The C-clamp arm is a game changer, letting you adjust the screen more easily than your unrealistic expectations. Dell UltraSharp UP3218K. This 8K monster is so sharp it might cut your eyeballs if you look too closely. With 33.2 million pixels, you can see every pore on your actor's face. Whether that's a good thing or not is up to you, but be warned, this thing gets hotter than a summer sidewalk, so you might want to keep a fire extinguisher handy. Alienware AW2723DF. This gaming monitor moonlighting as a video editing display is like finding out your party animal friend has a PhD. With a 240 Hz refresh rate, overclockable to 280 Hz, and 1 millisecond response time, your footage will be smoother than a buttered up politician. But at 600 nits brightness, it might blind you faster than looking directly at the sun, so maybe invest in some sunglasses. Phillips Evia 34 M2C 8600. Holy crap, this 34-inch curved OLED beast is like having a mini IMAX in your face with its insane 175 Hz refresh rate and 0.03 millisecond response time. You can edit videos faster than Usain Bolt runs the 100 meters. Just don't expect to afford groceries after dropping $1,000 on this bad boy, but hey, who needs food when you've got 10-bit color and display DR True Black 400? Samsung Essential S4. This 24-inch IPS monitor is like the Toyota Corolla of displays, reliable, affordable, but about as exciting as watching paint dry. Sure, it's got a 100 Hz refresh rate and AMD FreeSync, but let's be real, you're not exactly pushing the boundaries of video editing with this budget option. At least it's got an eye saver mode, so you won't go blind staring at your mediocre work all day. Apple Studio Display. Apple's back in the monitor game, and they've brought their usual blend of sleek design and wallet-emptying prices. This 27-inch 5K display will make your videos look so good you'll forget you're not actually talented. But seriously, the built-in 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera and 6-speaker sound system are pretty damn sweet for video calls and playback. Asus ProArt PA UCX-PK. This 32-inch 4K HDR monitor is so fancy it probably has a butler. With its mini LED backlight and 1,400 local dimming zones, you'll see blacks darker than your ex's soul and whites brighter than your future in video editing. The off-axis contrast optimization tech means you can actually see accurate colors from the side, perfect for when your annoying coworker wants to help with your project. BenQ PD3200U. This 32-inch 4K beast is like having 4 1080p monitors strapped to your face, minus the headache. With its factory-calibrated colors and special modes for CAD CAM and animation, you'll feel like a pro even if you're just editing cat videos. Just don't expect to win any design awards with this chunky boy. It's about as sleek as a 90s CRT monitor, but hey, at least it's built like a tank. Dell UltraSharp U2720Q, Dell's 27-inch 4K darling is so sharp you might cut yourself just looking at it. It's got USB-C connectivity that'll charge your laptop and transfer data faster than you can say, "Where's my dongle?" But beware, its HDR is about as impressive as a wet firecracker, so don't expect your videos to pop like they're on steroids. LG 27 UK850W, this 27-inch 4K monitor is like the Swiss Army knife of displays. It's got a little bit of everything. FreeSync for smooth gaming, check. HDR support, yep. USB-C, you betcha. It's so versatile, it might just replace your significant other. Just kidding, please don't. But let's be real, its HDR performance is about as exciting as watching paint dry. Vue Sonic VP3268 4K. Vue Sonic's 32-inch 4K offering is like the straight-A student of monitors. It's got excellent color accuracy and it comes factory-calibrated source needed. It's got more ports than a sailor's convention, including HDMI, DisplayPort, and mini DisplayPort source needed. But let's face it, it's about as exciting as a beige wall, functional but not exactly a conversation starter source needed. NEC Multisync PA311D. This 31-inch 4K monitor is the Rolls-Royce of displays with a price tag to match. It's got more color accuracy than a chameleon on acid and enough ports to make an IT manager weep with joy. But unless you're editing Hollywood blockbusters or curing cancer with Photoshop, this might be overkill, like using a flamethrower to light a birthday candle. HP Z27. This 27-inch beauty boasts a 4K UHD resolution that'll make your video edits look sharper than a samurai's blade. With 99% sRGB color gamut coverage, your colors will pop like fireworks on the 4th of July. But hold your horses, video editors, this monitor's refresh rate is stuck at a measly 60 Hz, so don't expect buttery smooth playback for your high frame rate footage. MSI Creator PS3 21QR Holy Color Accuracy Batman. This 32-inch monster delivers a whopping 99.9% Adobe RGB coverage, making your edits look more realistic than your ex's excuses. With a 165 Hz refresh rate and 1 millisecond response time, this bad boy can handle your gaming needs too, because we all know editors need a break sometimes. But beware perfectionists, the uniformity isn't great, so you might spot some inconsistencies across the screen if you look hard enough. Gigabyte M32. This 32-inch 4K gaming monitor is like the Swiss Army knife of displays. It's got a bit of everything. With HDMI 2.1 bandwidth and a 144 Hz refresh rate, it's ready to handle whatever your fancy new gaming console throws at it. But don't get too excited, video editors. While it's got decent SDR brightness, the HDR performance is about as impressive as a wet firecracker. Acer Concept DCP 7271K. If monitors were superheroes, this 27-inch 4K beast would be the Avengers, Justice League, and X-Men combined. With a 144 Hz refresh rate, G-Sync Ultimate, and a mind-blowing 1000 nits peak brightness, your videos will look so good you might forget to actually edit them. But brace yourself, this monitor costs more than your car payment, so you might need to sell a kidney to afford it. Thanks for watching. Even though I doubt it, I hope this video helped you pick a product. Links to all these products will be in the description below. Peace out.